then they were like, oh, and I was like, what? And they're like, you're gonna have to, like, people who come here, the mountain calls people, and sometimes it doesn't let people go. And I was like, what? No, you're joking. Like, the first person that told me that. But then everyone started telling me that. And I remember I was telling someone else at the bar about it, and some old lady turned to me and she was like, yeah, I did that, and now I'm here for 5 years. And I was like, holy shit, I gotta go back home. like, I got responsibilities.
Also, totally different story the way that goes in where I'm from. No, West Virginia. Like, mountain calls you, and then you end up in Wichita. Be right back, guys. We gotta run off.
Okay.
Product placement. Please give a shit.
Sponsor us already. Go ahead. I think I'm gonna wake up from here. I need to move away. Too stuck in one place.
Too stuck, they say.
Actually, I'm gonna get a bigger brush. You will do. Does it say the time on the Instagram thing?
It is 9:16.
No, there we go. 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, so.
2 minutes? Did we do it?
Did we do it?
For my Instagram, yeah, I have 2 minutes left.
For Instagram, it shuts down.
Yeah.
But I'd say
Wait, so Instagram might want to let you go for an hour?
Yeah.
And then it shuts you out. But you can always redo it.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
I'd be
we're
down to do another 30 minutes if y'all want to do that.
I'm into that.
That sounds good to you?
Yeah, fuck it, I'm down.
Cool. You got this.
I want to
shit
thank
all set.
everybody
Way
for
slower
watching
there.
so far.
You paint
Here in
slower?
about a minute and a half, I will go off just long enough to pee and smoke a cigarette, and we'll get
There
back
you go.
at
We'll
it.
take a commercial break.
Yeah.
Damn, I guess that was kind of dickish. Like, you're like, I need a cigarette. Like, I'll just go here and vape, Toby. Yeah, how was that?
Smoke? I got you.
Man, it's really weird how like different acrylic brushes handle than oil brushes.
Yeah.
What kind of brushes do you have?
I've
All
got
sorts
honey,
of
I like,
sorted ones. I always get super cheap brushes because I always destroy them anyway.
dude, when I lived in Virginia, like UVA's got like this badass fine arts program.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working at Capitol, which is right next to the art supply store.
Ooh.
So I would be over there like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a week buying brushes. And I mean $50 brushes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I come in one day and this chick is like, what the fuck are you doing with all these brushes? I'm like, I'm painting. She's like, what are you painting? I was like, you know, acrylics. She's like, why are you buying all these oil brushes? I was like, oh my fucking God, dude. How old were you? Today, years old.
Right?
Hundreds of dollars worth of brushes.
But I see a lot of the, when you buy brushes and it tells you what it's for, most of it says like acrylic and oil. Like,
Well, this was 15 years ago, so they didn't do that back then.
no,
Yeah.
oh, well that, okay, well that.
Actually, I mean, it makes perfect sense. It's just like,
Because they're kind of the same.
Well,
why
and back
would
then
one
they
be
were
the
kind of
different?
like dicks about it, like that artistry,
Like that artist.
like if you don't know,
no, yeah,
then you
you have
you
no business
shouldn't
doing
be
it.
buying stuff
Oh,
here.
You
I
fucking
hate it.
tattooer.
I know, right? I was about to say. I don't know about all that. I feel like everyone has their own way of doing things. That's fine.
Yeah, but there's basically like, you know, synthetic versus natural bristles. And the
I mean,
reaction
that's
to the thing,
true.
like, dude,
That's
it was
true.
so embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I understand that, like, sometimes I know with tattooing, I know that for sure. Like, it's the supplies, definitely, that make a difference, that can help improve a lot of things.
Everything has its part.
Yeah. So, I guess I understand. But also, I don't know. I don't like the snotty people. I wish they would be more like, oh, well, you can use these brushes next time. Not be like, oh, if you don't know, then.
Oh no, she was being cool. I mean, I think
Yeah, like,
she genuinely
this lady
felt
sounds
bad
nice.
about it. Like, damn, son, I've just seen you blow almost $1,000 in here.
I do know some when I did go to school, there's just some pricks out there. I mean, I guess that's
in
all
any
circles.
field,
That's
though,
in
you know.
all circles.
I'm right
Cool. Started on the hair. I'll probably work on that. Yeah. I've been stuck on this body for too long.
I've been saying that for about 41 years. Stuck on
God,
this body for fucking too long.
It's really weird, like 40 wasn't so bad.
40 was awesome.
Yeah,
41 is.
It hurts.
It's interesting.
It hurts.
There's some new things that are happening that I'm not exactly stoked about.
Yeah, likewise, man. Like what the fuck?
Like, yeah.
Why I didn't sign up for this part.
Wait a minute. After 41 years, why does a grilled cheese fuck me up like that?
Yeah, now like why am I out? Like now I have allergies. What the fuck?
Yeah. Fuck allergies. Like I used to bale hay and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
I used to make fun of all the kids that sniffled and shit. I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
Now I like walk out and I'm like,
pollen counts up.
Yeah. Sound like a fucking bad bookie. Yeah. The white habit. How's your stereo? Get the fuck away from me. No, they're allergies. Yeah, sure they are. Sure they are.
Alrighty, I think we just hit the 1 minute mark on the Paint Night podcast. Y'all want to take a 10-minute break?
That
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
Alright, let me. Ow, fucking working out sucks.
You're 20.
Give it. Yeah, but give it a couple fucking decades, man.
That's why I'm not doing it.
I don't blame you, man. I don't fucking blame you. Dude, I had another one of my clients. It's like he started to try to get back into shape. You know.
Please hold.
Alright, now.
Oh no.
Paint Night Podcast is about getting to know the artist behind the painting. Our mission is to provide a platform where artists come together to create art and share their stories. Thank you for joining us and supporting the arts.
And we're back.
Titty fart poop.
Poop dick.
New painting.
Poop dick.
Poop dick.
New year, new painting. New me.
That was super quick.
The new year or the new you?
Just this one.
Oh.
Yeah, boom.
Knocked that out pretty quick. Feel like we missed some steps.
Just a little bit of tone ground. I'm hoping that'll kind of tone ground and bigger brushes. Let's see what happens.
The music's officially off now.
It's also really weird to paint with no music. Like, bizarre.
Yeah.
Like I've ever done it before.
It's kind of odd.
Do
It's,
you
man.
guys paint with music or no?
Yeah. I don't really. There's not much I don't do. I mean, it's always somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always some kind of distraction, usually in the background. There are a few times that I've sat down in front of a canvas and painted completely by myself. You know what I mean? Without music, and it gets intense.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, you get in your head and you start going in weird places,
I guess it's like full focus kind of deal.
or non-focus.
Or non-focus.
You know what I
I
mean?
find
Because
that
like
Yeah.
you're
kind of
letting the pain.
meditative in a way.
Yeah, but the painting does its thing. Like whatever's working through you is happening, and then you're left in your head going, "Huh, something's got to rhyme with orange." You know what I mean? Like it's weird.
I think that's why I like the electronic music a lot. A bit, like some of it has words, but it's not too intense. It's more of the melody or beat or whatever is playing, and it just makes my brain travel. And then my paintings like just kind of magically do the like work for itself. Like I usually don't know what the fuck I'm doing most of the time. I'm just kind of like figuring it out.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, right.
Like I'll finish something and people are like, "How do you do that?" So I'm like, I can't tell you. Like, and not me being a prick. It's just I don't even know myself. It's just something I do. It's something I've always done.
See, and I get.
Like I can explain
get
some
that.
things, but
I'm not. I can't do the electronic.
I think
all the
everyone
time.
has their own vibration they tune into a little bit better.
Yeah, I do like fucking war songs. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
orchestra, crazy. Like there's some kind of battle raging in my head, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool.
I think that with certain songs too. It's either like EDM or classical or gaming music.
Mm-hmm.
I used to listen to gaming music all the time, and then I read this thing where it says that gaming music's actually meant for you to focus because when you're playing the game, it's supposed to help you get more into the zone of whatever you're doing.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it totally does, and that's why whatever mood I want to be in, I'll think of like a game or something that I would like to tune into.
I get that. In my head right now, I just hear the fucking Pac-Man now.
Little monkey with the.
I was going with the zombie song from Black Ops.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I'm always like a Skyrim kind of weird magical fairyland, whatever the fuck.
Or The Exorcist. The soundtrack to The Exorcist is
Dude,
fucking
that is phenomenal.
intense.
I watch a lot of dumb horror movies.
Yeah, me
On
too.
painting. I mean, like almost like the worse the better, because I'm like, I'm not paying attention to that.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
Or it's shit that I've seen a million times, and I don't need to look at the screen.
You
know,
it's all playing out. Like.
Yeah. I think I've already seen this a million times, so it's fine. There's one, like Star Wars. I cannot watch Star Wars or have Star Wars playing while I'm painting.
Is it because you want to watch it?
Yeah, I'll actually turn around and I'll still watch it. I've seen it more times than any other movie in my entire life, and I'll still stop and watch it. I'm that fanboy.
Appreciate it. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Careful.
I know.
You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Any movie's got its own religion's kind of, next level. Although I guess you can say that about a couple of things. Like, Star Trek guys are like that, too.
Yeah. Or, I mean...
Well, I mean, they have their own religion, don't they? Like,
I think so.
yeah, I think there's a Church of Klingon and, like...
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
It's a thought it exists somewhere.
But that's a weird... And I'm not a sci-fi guy. Like, that's not exactly, like, my first go-to. Like, fantasy is where I'm usually based. Fantasy or horror, you know? But, I don't know. I think it has that, like, mystical feeling to it, mixed in with cool, dirty spaceships. You got, like...
Dirty spaceships.
Yeah, because, like, they were, like, the first, like, sci-fi that made space dirty. Like, all the ships were beat up and looked like fucking 78 fucking...
We're coming out fresh out of the fuel crisis, too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think of the best shitty horror movie I've seen recently. But the catalog is like so deep that I'm like, fuck, I can't even remember the names of any of them.
That's real. I've got hundreds of fucking horror movie like compilations.
Ooh.
So it has like the 7 or 8 movies on one disc.
I got a bunch of kung fu movies like that, actually.
Oh, dude, that's almost as bad.
Oh yeah.
My favorite kung fu though, I have to fucking throw this one out there. Crippled Masters.
Fuck yeah, the guy with the
Yeah.
2 of them in one. Oh man, yeah, that's rough.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah, that's like definitely one of those ones that's like so bad it's epic.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's
Happy
something
New
you
Year.
should. Yeah,
You sexy beast.
it's definitely something you should see once in your life.
Crippled Masters? Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. It's like one of those movies you kind of watch the whole movie with your mouth open, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's a bit on the exploitation.
A bit.
I mean, yeah, that's like saying Blackula's a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit of black exploitation there.
Just a little bit.
I'm watching a lot of British horror. That's been pretty fucking awesome.
Oh, right on.
Is
Yeah.
it like a lot of dry?
They definitely have a different like formula for their scares. They like you guys are familiar with 8 Films to Die For, the IFC.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they like the most terrifying one I've seen recently was a British-based one where these little kids catch a virus and they just start killing adults and like just become murderous little assholes. Not like scary zombie guys, but actual calculating like we're gonna fuck you up.
So like Children of the Corn, but
Kind of with no corn. No corn and no religious overtones.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, it works on so many levels because as a parent, you're like, the worst thing you can think about is losing a child, especially if
Yeah.
you're the one that's got to end him. Like,
Oh, that's such a fucked up.
yeah, it's totally.
Nice.
It was really good. I'm actually just a huge fan of that franchise, man.
8 Films to Die For.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I look forward to them every year. Like, fuck yeah.
I think I've got the first or second year All of the discs, yeah.
Is that more like Grave Dancers and?
Yep. Grave Dancer was good.
It was all right, yeah. I just like it because I don't know, you can tell them they're just film student guys and they're like, fuck yeah, we're doing this anyway.
We were all just hanging out and painting. No teaching of classes. Unless you want to pay me, I'll teach you. Teach you everything I know.
What's the way to write a book about that? Like, hey, I got a book, How to Make Money. So it cost you $19.95.
How to look like you know what you're talking about.
Amen.
I taught a seminar once on the technique of dry brushing.
Oh, wow.
Like how I was doing all the acrylics and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was the most nerve-wracking, weird experience I've ever had. And I'm like way too honest because like right before my class was supposed to start, and I had like 25 people in attendance. I was just shit and razor blade. I didn't know what to do. Like I had pamphlets and all that stuff, and I was like, all right, this is just how I do it. Like the room got moved last minute and all this stuff, and so I was like, half the class was taught in a room, and then we had to get up and move.
Oh, wow.
So like yeah, and so we ended up standing out in this like courtyard area, and I was like, all right, listen. Like, I'm too honest for this shit. Like, what do you want? What do you want to know? Like, I will just tell you exactly whatever you want to know, whatever you're having problems with. Like, let me know, and I will address everything right now. Like, fuck what I had written down. And they're just like, oh no, just took this so I could write it off my taxes. And I was like, oh
wow,
all right, well, shit. Here.
Education's complete, fellas.
Then it's like, hey, just start asking questions or I'm going to give your money back.
Oh, wow. I don't know about that. Yeah.
I did. I gave...
Really?
Yeah, like I charged like $50. But with all the like crazy shit that happened, I ended up giving like half of everybody's money back. I was like...
That's super cool that you do.
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, I don't know if I'll ever do that again. Giving money back or teaching.
Yeah, I was like, which one, man?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah, that sounds dramatic as hell, dude.
But no, I'm just one of those people where I'm like, if I wouldn't pay for it, I mean, I'm not expecting anybody else to pay for it.
Man, it is pretty weird, like the whole. I mean, I've taken some really amazing seminars, and then I've taken some seminars where I was like, what the fuck have I just blown all my money on? Like literally, one year I went to a convention and I must have spent $1,200 for the weekend on seminars.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking I could have got a $1,200 tattoo and learned like
Yep.
tons more.
Yeah. I mean, there's always those tricks like everybody wants to know. You know what I mean? It's like there's always one artist that stands out or one piece of their art stands out. And you're like, fuck it. I want to apply that one thing and then add that to the toolbox. I'm like, just tell me that one thing and I'm cool.
Oh, and the worst is they tell you the one thing and you're like, that doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
Yeah.
That'll take another year to figure that out.
It's also different per artist. Every artist has their own weird ways of doing things.
So I've noticed.
Yep.
Like, I'm more of an observer and I try to experiment on everything, but most of the time it's like, I'll pick up one little thing here, one little thing there, and then it like just merges into my own weird mess of things.
That's the way it's supposed to, though.
Yeah, building an arsenal.
For sure. I never know how to ask questions properly. I usually ask questions if it comes up to mind, but most of the time it's more like, I don't know what to ask because I don't know what else is out there.
Yeah.
I don't know what I can and cannot do.
That's fair.
Know. Yeah. So it's usually like when I want to learn from someone, I'm usually just observing what they do, see what they're up to.
Yeah. I usually think of the question way too late, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Like right after it, like a day later. God damn it, I should have asked that one.
Oh, dude, I used to get clown on hard, man. Like when I first started tattooing.
I should be out by now.
If I could watch another tattooer, I would break out a notebook, like an actual sketchbook, and just sit there and like, do.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, right. I was like, well, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get this opportunity again. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got volumes of sketchbooks of like different tattooers working.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Damn, I think it was just using that like, not using the, not doing a washout first. That was fucking with me.
Oh,
other
okay.
Cause yeah, just using stark like regular white, like I couldn't get anything going on there.
That fucking white canvas.
I'm telling you, dude, be the death of me.
Have y'all ever gotten into airbrushing or anything like that before?
Yeah, I used to airbrush.
Yeah, I had a brief stint with it.
Is it very hard to do technical stuff with? or
No,
is it just
super
like,
easy, man.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. What, that didn't sound convincing to
No.
me?
I was like, I just want to see
can't
where
be
this is
serious.
going. If
Yeah,
you
that
have
was
an
another
extra
one of those-
Slayer ticket, consider it taken.
What?
Let me know what dates, and I'll make sure that happens.
Yeah, airbrush was definitely another one of those projects where I'm like, I'm just gonna be an airbrush guy.
Uh-huh. How long did you fuck around with it?
Probably about 3 or 4 years, man.
Okay.
I think I still have like a broken pache somewhere in a
Nice.
box somewhere. Like, actually, man, hell. My shop in Lancaster, I pretty much airbrushed the whole fucking thing because I had like put so much money into the airbrush equipment that I was like, man, I'm just using this for.
I need to use this.
Yeah. Need signage out front? Gotcha.
Yeah. Maybe not arrogantly, but I was just a ding dong. I was like, oh, airbrush will make everything go faster. This will be great. I'll just learn airbrushing and then I can paint
Just fly
super
through,
fast.
yep.
Wrong. It was fun.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
enjoyed
I-
it for certain things. I actually gave all my airbrushes away, and now I'm like, I started getting into sculpting. I'm like, fuck, wish I had my airbrushes back so I could paint some of these.
Oh, no shit. I didn't even do that.
But that might happen down the road. At least now I'll have a better idea of what I want to get, instead of just I had an arsenal of like badgers and iwatas and fucking pache and all of the crap.
Yeah.
I started with a Testers, fucking one of those.
The ones with the cans on them?
No, it was the Aztec.
Okay.
It was almost like it's the equivalent of like the pen tattoo machine now, where like you had the cartridges, so it was the tip had the needle and everything in it, and it was all just like a little screw-on thing. You just screwed it onto the body instead of like having the whole long needle process and tips and all that. I learned real quick.
God, man. Like, dude, around the time I got into the airbrushing thing, I started getting into spray painting.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. So, man, like, I'm dedicating mad hours to, like, spray painting, like, the side of my build, the shop, and everything, dude. And I'm like, I just can't get it, dude. I'm like, finally one day I throw a can down. I'm like, fuck this. These guys know magic. I'm out.
Yeah.
And my apprentice heard me, and he's like, well, what kind of tips are you using? And I was like, tips? What the fuck are you talking about? I've been spray painting with stock tips for this whole time. Didn't know it. Like, fuck. Well, you're talking rural life, dude. It's not. It was before the internet, so it wasn't like I was getting graffiti magazines or anything. I just never even. Oh shit! Everything stock Krylon tips. It was a nightmare. Probably aged 15 years, just those 2 years.
Why can't I do this? Mm-hmm. How are they getting that?
Oh, man, damn, you're getting so mad to cry about it. Like, what the fuck?
No, I totally get that.
But then I got tips and it was fucking on, dude. It was awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love surfing.
Fuck, I am out of yellow. Or out of the one yellow I like.
You need acrylic?
Yeah. You got. Bam. Thank you. That's a pretty yellow. Yep.
That sucks. I was thinking about that. Like, I just threw away like a butt ton of those craft paints. Yeah, like one of my friends kicked it down. I was just sitting there. I was like, man, I'm not going to ever
What the
use
fuck
these.
am I gonna use?
Yeah,
this
why am I
shit for?
saving these things? But really, that matte texture seems like it would make some sense.
They dry so fucking quick.
Pretty vivid because I got to go down on like
They got it.
ceramic pots and
Yep.
you know.
Well, they're great for shirts too. I used to paint shirts. Fuck.
Yeah, I got onto a clothing kick there for a second.
Isn't it weird, like how many different avenues you can just take art?
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, anything that makes a mark. I think that was kind of like the day I figured it out. Like I was damn near homeless, living on the beach in Daytona, and I had to call my mom and tell her what I had done. Like dropped out of school and like, yeah. So I'm just sitting on the beach with a stick, drawing in the sand. I was like, yeah, I guess I could do this. I like this forever.
Did y'all's parents worry when you were like, oh yeah, I wanna be an artist? Well, I know Toby.
I don't think worry was the right word for it. Yeah, my mom set the bar kind of low. She was like, well, you didn't kill anybody and you're not in prison, so.
Fair enough. I know my father, he at first wasn't all about it, and then he saw that I was getting better at it, and then he was like, oh yeah, let's start a business. Whereas my mom was like, that's great, but maybe be a nurse instead, or something.
Be a nurse and an artist.
Huh?
You can be a nurse and an artist.
Yeah, but I'm stubborn.
Fuck that.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly that.
All in or all out.
Honestly.
Exactly.
Like, I know a lot of people that, and I think that just comes with the creative mind. It's scary because it is a big risk taking, because it's
Feast or famine. I mean, dude, I know
Yeah,
Toby's got like a million
exactly.
adjectives going through his head right now. I do too.
basically that.
It's terrifying and awesome at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, such as life. Why not? I don't know. I just
It's
knew
not
like
fun
I
unless
could
there's
not.
some kind of risk.
That's real.
True.
You know? That's
It's
how
gonna be
I have fun. Like if there's no risk, then it's not fun. There's no risk of dying. Fuck it. Why am I gonna do it?
It's like I'm already
Yeah,
all
the
in on
dying
this
thing.
life
I've pushed
thing
that so
already.
many times that it's lost its novelty.
But I mean, like doing it without a safety net is real. You know,
I know it's real for a lot of people, for sure.
like it's like doing it live. Oh shit! There's no fucking studio audience. No fucking. Can't cut this shit. Here it is.
Sweet, no pressure.
But you know, I mean, that's.
Oh no, I
that's
fucking
what's-
feel you,
That's
dude.
what's because if there's any kind of like safety net, like it always feels contrived.
No, that's
Like-
super real.
Like, oh well, I knew I could do it because fucking I had a backup. Whatever.
I about the creatives, though. They can pretty much make their own venues, make their own things. And even with, like, because TV, not a lot of people watch TV anymore. It's like all internet. Well, a lot of people are switching over to the internet on Netflix,
it's starting to
on
begin
Hulu,
that
on
way,
YouTube
yeah.
especially.
I'm talking about I watch MeTV from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. every afternoon.
Yeah, well, it's just
Gomer Pyle's on.
Yeah, that's just the old people station. Catch all my favorites: The Griffith Show,
Fucking MASH is on.
Leave It to Beaver.
Father Knows Best.
And I mean, like that's still there and all that. People still do all that. I'm just mean, like, from when I was doing the comic conventions and stuff, it's like they always invited famous TV people all the time. Like, I met, like, Norman Reedus and, like, several other Walking Dead people. Like, and people would, like, scream over them, and that was, like, the height of whatever they were doing. And then there was a period when Vine people came as guests, and I've never heard scream so loud.
Vine people?
Vine people. I did a little. I watch people play video games on YouTube, and it's like a living. But I watch people play video games on YouTube, and there's this one guy. I did several different little caricatures of them to see where it went, and my dad was like, "Draw something people would like," and I'm like, "No, trust me. Like, I think this will run well." My best-selling print ever was of Markiplier. And he's this famous YouTuber that plays video games all the time. Best selling. Like, every convention we went to, there was always, like, kids coming to the table just for this one little thing I made of Markiplier. And it would pretty much, like, make the whole convention sometimes. It was the strangest thing.
Okay, well, not to put myself out on a limb here, but I think the million-dollar question is, what video game did he play?
Horror at first. He played a lot of Minecraft.
Minecraft.
He played a lot of Minecraft. He played drunk Minecraft. He would get drunk and play Minecraft.
Now we are talking.
All right.
Yeah, now we are talking.
Like, that's what he became famous off of, and then he started playing horror video games. If you want to go into, like, YouTube gaming, usually they start off with horror because it's the funniest shit ever. Like, it's
People
pretty
lose
great.
their shit.
Huh?
People lose their shit.
Oh, yeah. No, I know several YouTubers that would claim they're like, yeah, I fucking hate this, and they would, like, it brings out, like, such great reaction that it's so great to watch. It's just fun to watch other people do that.
Dude, video games, it's so weird, man. My ex-girlfriend's kid used to watch those things, and I'd just be like, you have this video game, right?
You just play it.
Yeah,
See,
why
that
aren't you
was
just
playing
playing it?
That was what I was saying when she first brought this up to me, and I was like, what? Why are you watching somebody else play a fucking video game? Like, I get it. When I was a kid or, teenager,
Or
I'd
like
watch
a
my
kid that-
buddies play, and we would all sit around and bullshit
I think
and
it's
laugh.
the same thing, though. I think it's exactly that. You're sitting with, or
Yeah.
you're joining in on this experience, like joining in with your friends and
Sure.
fucking around and, like, listening to stupid banter.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the YouTube personalities now, it's like at first they didn't really have a big thing, but they would have personalities gained after the, like, playing horror movies or whatever, or horror games, and they would build their own kind of characters, their own personas over time, and it's kind of like, my first person I watched, and he's like the ultimate all-time, like, first person to do this Let's Play thing, and PewDiePie.
Okay, I was going to ask about him. Like,
He does his own thing now, and it's great, and he's like,
didn't he get in some sort of trouble for something?
over stupid shit. Because he's not, the PC people get after him because he was joking around about certain things. He got his show canceled, although it's like a whole weird controversy thing because Logan Paul still has all his things, even though he literally filmed, like, dead bodies on what he, like, went to Japan, and first of all, fucking was disrespectful to everybody.
This part just got real dark.
I mean, like, I appreciate the hustle that some of these guys do, but sometimes, like, there's people that take the attention a little bit too far, and I think for the money and for the fame and for whatever. But I mean, everyone has their own thing. Everyone has whatever vibration, tune in, whatever. Everyone has their own stuff, so I'm not like whatever. But PewDiePie would get in trouble because I think he accidentally joked about Nazis or something, or he would accidentally say jokes about certain things, but then he got his show canceled at some point, and he's gotten in trouble a few times, but he's awesome. Like, I've watched him since the beginning, and it's nice it's nice to watch because you get, especially if you're a fan from the beginning or a fan for a while, you get all these inside jokes and stuff. It's kind of like, I don't know, I think that's the same with like podcasts and stuff nowadays. Like people like watching the hour-long and tuning in to certain people's lives. There's fucking Twitch where people will just sit and watch professional players play. Like, I know League of Legends is like a huge one. People will just sit and watch other people play League of Legends all day.
What is that?
It's an online...
I'm sorry, like, I feel so geriatric right now.
No, I laugh because I'm like, I forget. It's a niche for sure, but I just...
A niche of what? Tell me what it is.
So I don't completely understand it, but from what I understand...
Nobody knows!
What the fuck, dude?
So
The world's just gone mad.
I know, right? League of Legends is a video game, an online video game that you play on your computer, and it's a strategic game. That it's kind of like capture the flag kind of deal, but it's you have your group of players and you play with other people as well, and you select a legendary character. So they'll have all these fantasy characters that exist, and you can play as one of them, and they each have their own certain specials that they can do. They each have their own powers and things. Like there's a support, and there's people that attack, and there's people that like. It's like playing chess, but with like fantasy characters, and your goal is you want to strategically get as much money as you can, so you can build yourself up, so you can destroy the other person's like home base that has like turrets and like a crystal that you have to like, destroy, and then you get victory when you destroy the other team's home base.
Okay, so it's like D&D, but...
Not so much story-wise, though. Well, they all have their own stories. The thing is, with that one, it's like you have to put so much time into it in order to understand what each player does. I tried getting into it. I just like creating a character and fucking around with the world, not like thinking too much about what the next step should be, kind of deal. It's more like I said. I'm
trying to figure that in real life.
Whew, yeah.
But
I'm getting schooled hard here.
But now there's professional teams over it, and they would play internationally and...
Internationally? It's so crazy to me.
It's like almost... They're considering adding that as an e-sport on top of like all the sports games and everything that we have going on now. And it's funny because it's like all these nerds and people who like... They legit spend all their time doing this because they make a lot of money doing it. And it's insane. And then they get a lot more money by playing Twitch. And there's this one guy my friend was obsessing over, I can't remember his name now, but he would play League of Legends and would dress up sometimes. And I remember watching one time and he was like in a maid outfit or something, and like fantasy characters, and like they would dress up and stuff.
Is that what I have to do to get more followers?
Probably.
Do you guys want to watch me paint in a maid's outfit?
Oh my God.
I mean, I'll do it.
Oh, I was just thinking we start a Twitch team.
Oh, I'll do a Twitch team too. I mean, I Twitch every time I try to lie still.
Geriatric Twitch team? I'm down, dude. I'm not scared.
Right?
I'm not scared.
Where's the up button?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Y'all got a sizzler around here? It's 4 o'clock. Getting tired.
Can we Twitch at the Denny's?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, now they have a Twitch, I can't remember what it's called. But it's basically where you can stream it from your phone, and it's like a personal Twitch thing where it's like, there's people, I know Ice Poseidon's a big one right now, where he would just literally like walk wherever the fuck he wants to go and just stream himself the whole time, like wherever he went. And people would tune into this so much that sometimes if people found out exactly the place they were at, they would call that place and get him in trouble or kicked out. And there's
Dicks.
like, and even on Twitch, there's some people where if people figure out your address, there's a thing called swatting, where they would call the SWAT team on you and people would come in. Yeah.
How do you really get away with that? Like, do you use a payphone?
They do. Actually,
or can you
there's-
just start?
Did they even have payphones now?
That's true too. God damn it.
There was actually a case I was watching on. There's this YouTuber that does like.
You should change the name of this podcast to Old People Try to Relate.
I'd watch that.
You're stuck in it
That's
right
good,
now,
'cause-
man. Like,
yeah. You are now a host of old people trying to relate.
Yeah. So no payphones anymore. How are you getting away with swatting a guy? Like,
I mean,
No, but
I've done.
But there's people that can legit change their. You can make fake phone numbers on
Oh,
it
yeah.
that don't get traced.
There's apps for
at
that
all.
shit.
And there's burners now too, still that you can buy really cheaply. But
Burner back in
I
my day,
know,
it
you
was
think
just
it
for
is?
drugs.
No,
Back
but
in my day, I
there's
had a pager.
2 of them. 'Cause I was a baller.
Oh yeah. No, they're.
Think I'm kidding? I had 2 pagers legit.
I know
Pager for my
they're
girl and a
cracking
phone
down
for my
on
dealer.
it more now, but there's this one story that I was watching from this one YouTuber that does like news and what's going on in YouTube/internet world, and there's this kid that called us in on the SWAT team for this one guy, but mistaked the house, and the guy got shot and killed because they thought he was armed because of what they were describing to him, and it was a completely innocent bystander, and these 2 kids got in trouble for it, and they're like getting sentenced.
Got too many brothers going on here.
Frankie Wildchild says, in a thong, maybe? I don't know if I can. If I
can
wear,
pull it off. You
If
can
I
still pull
wear
it
a
off.
thong, I'd have to listen to the thong song the entire hour.
Now it's called Young People Try to Relate.
Ah! Thong, da, thong, 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 thong.
You've never heard the thong song?
No.
I fucking quit.
I'll find it for you.
You're gonna regret it.
Oh, God.
I already know.
The best part is, like, I remember when that thing came out and tons of white people line dancing to that shit.
Oh god.
What?
Yeah.
How bad is it on a scale? Of like,
It's bad.
It's almost Macarena bad. Like,
Oh.
yeah, it's there.
Oh.
oh.
Well, I mean, if we're going to get serious, like,
Yeah. Dude, she had never seen Clerks or Clerks 2. I had.
Great movie.
It's been education staying at my house. I'm like, no, you gotta watch this movie, this movie, this movie, this movie, and this movie before we can be friends. Yeah.
yeah, well, if nothing else, just so you can get the references, like.
I know. Like,
Right? Yeah.
As soon as I watched some of these movies, I was like, holy shit, that makes a whole lot of sense now for a lot of different things. But yeah, I was actually because my friends were describing The Exorcist to me, and I guess because it's an older movie, it wasn't as disturbing as I thought it was going to be. Like, it was actually a really good story, and I wasn't expecting that at all. Because nowadays, like, well, not nowadays. Now, I don't know. I don't really keep up with it.
Nowadays.
But no, but it's like when I was
Too
in
cute.
when I was in high school, we would go watch horror movies, the ones that would come out. But that was around the time I think they were just making them to make them, and it wasn't like anything really good. Like the bad horror movies that were just.
But, okay, in your opinion, what's the worst one?
I don't know. I don't bother to remember. I just like.
What's the best one?
See, like The Exorcist was pretty good, and I really like that. I actually like the Conjuring movies, the recent ones that are coming out. They're
Not
pretty
bad, not
decent.
bad.
They're decent. I like them a lot. That's when I was.
The
That's why I was
stories are
like,
the
well,
best.
huh?
They're based on a true story.
Yeah,
So
but I
it's
mean, like
even
the way
better.
they played it around, it was really nice because there was jump scares, but there was also like, it seemed a little more planned out, and it was well done
A little more
overall.
psychological.
Yeah.
I
Whereas,
don't care what anybody says. The scariest movies, and the reason The Exorcist falls into that category, is anything to do with demonic possession.
Yep.
yeah.
Because that, you know what I mean? Like, first of all, also, why do they all speak Latin? Or Aramaic, you know what I mean? Wouldn't they just have their own language? Like, just,
You'd
you know
think.
how? Yeah.
You think?
But, anyhow. That shit scares the fuck out of me.
I wonder why.
Well, because it makes you question so many things of what you've been told and how you've like viewed the world.
Oh, I don't believe in any of it. It's not
No,
like I'm
no,
Catholic.
but like, yeah. Well, I was brought up Catholic, so that
Okay.
touches a little part, you know. But I mean,
I
it's
believe in
it's
spirits.
that
Don't mess with that shit. Don't touch a Ouija board. That's all I know.
I touch them all the time. And don't fucking work them.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, it's one of those things where it will make you question so much shit. Where you're like, wait, what?
Although I will admit there was one movie that scared the shit out of me for a while. Well, 2 too, but the other was because I was a child. I think my father fucking set it up to be
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Terrifying.
well, not even, because like I watched it now. What was it called? That one with Mel Gibson with aliens? Like these two aliens.
I know what you're talking about. Not Contact. Signs.
Signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Signs. Yeah, no, before we even watched that shit, he set up baby monitors all around the house and would start making noises.
Your dad sounds rad as fuck, dude.
Oh yeah, he made us watch Pearl Harbor before he went off to the Navy ship, and he's like, "This is what I'm going to go do, girls." We were 5. Like,
That's awesome.
yeah, no, many memories. But like now, I watch that movie and I'm like, whatever. But what was it called? The Fourth Kind.
Fourth Kind was pretty rough, dude. That was even rough for me.
Scared the shit out of me, especially because they had that like dual video thing.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, ah!
Yeah, that shit's awesome.
And you don't learn it's fake until the very end, dude.
Yeah,
like,
no,
that's where it started coming. Like when the chick broke her back.
Oh,
yeah, I was like, well, I quit. Fuck aliens. Fuck demons.
I'm out.
Never visit in Alaska for damn sure.
Dude, one of my favorite movies, not that it's scary, but like Fire in the Sky.
Fire in the Sky was also. I thought that was pretty scary.
Based on true event.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty scary. That young ass, I was like 12 when I watched it. But
Yeah, I got really scared of The Fourth Kind, like so much it was like ruining my life. And then I looked it up, and then I found out eventually. I was like, oh, okay, most of this is probably not real. You need to calm down.
Yeah.
you want to hear something super embarrassing?
Yeah.
When I was 17, I went to see
Please say Blair Witch.
I did.
Motherfucker.
I sat
Dude, that
Blair
movie.
watched the whole fucking movie, like, holy shit, dude!
Yep.
And then at the end, they were like, "We'd like to thank the film board of so and so." I was like,
Yeah.
"Wait a minute, that wasn't
Real?
what the fuck?"
Okay, so I was so mad at that movie because they ran, and I don't remember what cable channel, but they did a mockumentary of the whole thing, like setting up that movie, like, oh, this is really real found footage. So I was hooked hard.
Man, I was too,
before
buddy.
I even got into the theater. And then at the end, I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, I was on a date and everything. I was just like, it just ruined my whole night.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
She was like, "You thought that was real?" Yes, I did. I'm very disturbed that it was not.
Fire in the Sky is the shit.
Yeah, Fire in the Sky was rad.
I'll have to watch that one. I don't know, like.
I think Fourth Kind's probably got like one like up there for like just the scariest shit ever though for a while, like a while.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like
that one
aliens that
one
spoke Latin or
had me
Sumerian?
almost as like hooked as Blair Witch, and it was a little bit pissy. And that's what happens on paint night. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
And no drinks have been had.
I know.
And there's a divine irony in that too, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's
Also kind of fucked up that we were talking about the Fourth Kind one that happened.
all right.
Oh god.
This my eyes turn black.
Yeah. You should learn a little Sumerian just to make that like really a thing.
Get owls to hang out around the house.
Actually, you live in Clintonville. I'm surprised owls don't hang out. We had one in our backyard the other day.
Oh, nice. No, our house is the possum and raccoon house.
Oh, whatever.
What? We got raccoons in the back.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dog and cat.
No, the dog and cat. Remember the raccoons
Yeah,
constantly
I
on
definitely
the...
have seen like one or two scurry away.
Yeah.
I've pulled up before.
Possum lives over underneath the neighbor's porch. And the raccoons live in the tree behind the house. So Signy's always trying to get outside about 1 o'clock to eat them.
Good girl.
Yeah, as long as I don't have to take her to a goddamn vet. She's not as young or spry as she used to be.
You know, poor dear. Her ears have been bothering her a lot.
Yeah. Fucking allergies. Even the dog has allergies.
Damn it. How's your dog?
How old? I think she's 8.
Oh wow, so it's like 56.
Yeah. Almost time to go. No.
Well, How long is that?
German Shepherd, they can have life expectancy up to 15 years.
Okay. That's what I thought. I'm like, it was a fair amount of time for that.
Yeah, I mean, she's still fucking rowdy. She'll outlive my ass. Especially if I keep driving the way I do.
Whatever. I keep telling myself that every fucking year I'm still here. Put a lot of effort into not making it this far, and here I am.
Dude, when I was a young shit, I was like, I'm never going to make it to 18. I do too much dumb shit. And then, 18 comes and goes. And then it's like, I'm not going to make it to 21.
Mm-hmm. 25,
25,
26,
and then
27 gotta be my year.
Fucking 30, Yeah, it was always 28, 27, 28. I got to die with the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
That was going to be good. No. Here I am, 41, going, Jesus Christ.
I know, right?
Do y'all want to live for like
Ever?
old age, like old age, where?
Well, the
Depends
closer
on
I get
where
to it, the more I'm like, no, I do not.
I was never a fan of it.
I can't really say I saw a lot of old happy people. I mean, not like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess like in a general sense they're happy, but definitely a lot more complaints in the department.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm going to live to be real old just because I don't want to.
I'm terrified. That's what's going to happen to me too. I doubt it though, because I've really put the miles on. I'm sure you have too, but like.
Yeah, there's been a few times I missed changing the oil in this vehicle.
Buddy.
Running hard and fucking, yeah.
To see what, I mean, that's what I keep telling my son.
Yeah.
He's like,
Keep revving in the red. Let's see what happens. The engine doesn't blow right away. It's down the fucking road. It just gives out on you.
which is fine. It also does it quickly.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I'm really, like, I mean, I'll be honest about it. Like, that's another thing I'm super, like I do not just want to sit around and be like, this sucks.
Yeah. I don't want to be the guy that's trying to figure out a way to kill himself with pudding. You know what I mean?
Well, too fucking late for me, Toby. Because I better change up my nightly plans.
Fuck. My arms don't work, my legs don't work.
Yeah, man, that's what's gonna suck, dude. Yeah, my grandma always used to say that, like, getting old is not for pussies. I was like, fuck,
It's true.
I know.
It's
Now I'm
true.
starting to think, like, man, maybe I'm a little soft around the edges there.
But I'm glad I did all the shit that I did when I did it. You know?
Oh, that's real. I'd hate to be my age and, like, wondering, you know, or, like, trying to pick it up now, like, woo.
Yeah, where it's like, well, I never drank until I was 21, or, you know, did all the things where, oh, weed's legal in places. I guess I'm going to have to try that. Fuck, man, I had that shit out of my system a long, long time ago.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll still party, but not like, god damn.
Dude, yeah, I party, but I party in such a different way. Like, I don't need drugs or alcohol to party. Like, I party so fucking weird. Like, I'll paint, and I will drive super fast, and I will do dumb shit. I'll climb down the side of fucking the Grand Canyon, and just dumb shit. But that's, I don't know, that's fun to me now.
See, I won't do that, because, like, I just don't have that kind of luck. Oh, I'm dead serious, man. I would fall and land directly on my hand and have to spend the rest of my miserable old life not being able to make anything.
Yeah, no, I get that. Now, see, there's certain things like I don't skateboard anymore because I fractured my elbow at 23, and it was right before I started my apprenticeship. And it was like, okay, and I mean, at that moment, I was like, I'll heal it up, it'll be fine. But after I got my apprenticeship, I'm like, I don't want to risk like a year off or a year not doing this because like this is my
This is
life.
all we got. Like,
Yeah, this is my life. Like I really enjoy what I do. I would fucking go ape shit if I didn't have art in my life.
Oh, buddy, I broke my hand once, like, and I was out for 2 months.
Yeah.
It was the gnarliest, like, mental health. Like, it was just whoa. Like, whoa. I couldn't get enough drugs, you know?
Dude, I don't know if like, I would have to have somebody around the house just to keep me from fucking doing something stupid.
Got pretty wild, man. Yeah. I went down and stayed with a buddy of mine and kind of coached me through it, but it was definitely a dark time.
Yeah. I imagine. I'd be the same way. I mean, there's tons of guys out there and girls out there that have, broke their hand and made it through it. But I think I know more artists that if they were in a cast, it only lasted so long and they were like, fuck this, I'm cutting it off. And they would go back to work.
No way. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So 6 weeks maybe instead of 2 months?
Yeah. No, I get it.
Do you think you would find a way to do art even if you didn't have your hands?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I've thought about that a million times. Like, yeah.
Dude, I see the videos of people with their feet and their mouth and stuff like that. Dude, my heart goes out to all of those people that can do that. Mm-hmm. And I mean,
well, it's like because that's
legit,
what they do. They have to.
Well, yeah,
I feel like,
and legit, I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's what comes a point to an artist, though, is like there's no way I could not do that. Like
Yeah.
if my feet were the only thing I had, well, then let's
Fuck it,
party.
I'm gonna make this happen.
Yeah, I know if I broke my right, I would definitely try to paint with my left or my teeth or my feet. You know?
I think I'd go with my teeth and my feet first. That
Yeah.
because my left hand is just like, nah.
I can actually strangely do henna on my left hand. I can't do or paint or do whatever. But with henna, it's like the straightest fucking lines. Even though my right, I'm more dominant with my right. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Like some mediums, I guess, transfer better than.
I can write horribly with my left hand. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I can kinda
given
scroll out like
given enough
It's like I
practice,
can't, just
yeah, I
don't
could
know.
get it. It's just time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just repetition and getting back into the groove of it or finding the groove of whatever.
Yeah. But I think at that same point, it's. I remember watching a documentary with Frank Frazetta, and he had a stroke. So here's Frank Frazetta, like, fucking amazing artist, and he's like, when am I going to be able to paint again? And they're like, dude, you're probably never going to be able to use that hand again. He started painting with his left hand, and he was about to hang up his hat kind of thing. But it wasn't until somebody goes, you know that the ability to paint isn't in your fucking hand, it's in your head.
That's
you
fucking
dumb
awesome.
shit.
That's awesome, dude.
You know what I mean? And he was like, oh yeah, I guess it really is somewhere else.
Yeah.
I just have to train and use my hand. So like that was his push. And like when I heard that, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that definitely kind of makes me want to go home and like maybe do some exercises just to see, you know.
Right?
I've
Get
seen
ready.
Yeah. Just in case. Plan B. Plan B.
Well, I've seen like pinstripers be able to like mimic.
Man, that's totally a different fucking
That's a whole
ball
brain.
of wax,
I'm
dude.
just like,
Paint with my pecker. Shit. I gotta do man kegels for that stuff. Somebody said no hands, no arms, no legs. Better paint with your pecker. I was like,
Well, the way modern art is these days, you might be able to actually get away with make that a.
I just
like a
squat
thing.
over the canvas.
Oh, dude, you remember that there was a chick that did that?
Yes.
There was like, oh
Yes.
god, dude.
what?
Yes.
Like put a paintbrush and
No,
Nope.
paint in her
No.
butt.
There's a guy that did that. Well, I got that on my phone. I send that to everybody on their birthday.
there's an artist I saw that my teacher was like introducing us to alternative ways of making art. There's this girl that literally plucked every single eyebrow one by one and videotaped herself and like put it in an artwork somehow. And I think she did the same with her pupils too or something. Or no, and then she did the same with her eyelashes too. And I was like, I don't think that's more of a weird fascination than art form, but
Well, I mean,
art, mental health.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't even. I'm just going to step off on that one.
I'm not touching it. I'm just going to put it out there. Disgust.
God, what was the one with the spaghetti jar?
Oh, wasn't that somebody shit and pissed on a crucifix? And put it
Oh
in
no,
a
I remember that. That was
spaghetti
Piss Christ. I actually saw that painting. It
Oh,
was
really?
It was a triptych or a stone carving of like the Last Supper, and they soaked it in a tank of urine and took a picture.
Okay.
Yeah, that was actually at the Lancaster Arts Festival when I was like, I don't know, 12, 13. But it was a huge controversy.
Oh,
I saw a
yeah.
Maplethorpe exhibit there too. That was really weird.
A what?
Maplethorpe? It was
No shit.
Yeah. I mean, it was a couple of his things.
Yeah, but still. That's
Lancaster.
fucking rad.
No, it was kind of weird. You know, 13 years old, like, wow, that's a lot of dicks. I mean, I didn't even know the guy was gay. I was just like, why does he always take pictures of dicks?
Right? Some people like the D.
And he did elevate it to an art form.
And again, hands off.
I think I'm going to tap out on this.
Yeah, I think it's about that time anyway.
Yeah. 10:30.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Miller, for
Yeah,
joining
thank you
us
very much,
on
man.
this awesome
Oh, dude, anytime.
first guest date night. Sure. And, oh yeah, let me, do you want to say any closing notes before we?
Just thank everybody for watching and following, and make sure that follow us on Instagram at Paint Night Podcast. And
I just realized my painting was taken out of the picture, but
wah, 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 wah.
but that's what I'm working on. Bye.
Welcome to Paint Night.
Yeah, right?